Is Julie Holderbaum, and I teach in Minerva, Ohio, which is a small rural town in northeastern Ohio. I have to say go Bucks because I know Dave is in Michigan. So this year we are back 5 days a week with all of our students who are choosing in person, which is about 80% of our students. We do not have to worry about the online kids. There's a computer program for that. But we are being asked to, as much as we can, get everything online. So anything that we do in class, whether it's a worksheet or a handout or a presentation or a slideshow or a video, whatever it is, to get it online to Google Classroom, because we have so many kids who are quarantining for 2 to 3 weeks. I've had probably 12 or 13 kids over the first 9 weeks here who have been out for various 2 to 3 week periods. So the challenge with that is, of course, it just takes time to upload all of that stuff. The other challenge, of course, is I have to revise all of my lesson plans because we can't do group work, we can't do partner work, we can't do question trails, we can't do anything that requires moving around the room or moving around the building. And I have tried to use a lot of those creative things over the years. This is my 26th year of teaching. So I don't do a lot of straight up lecturing. So that's been a challenge, just to revise those plans. How am I going to teach this lesson in a whole new way that requires the kids to stay sitting in their seats, which sucks. But in any case, what has saved my sanity is podcasts and TED Talks. And I've always loved podcasts. I've always loved TED Talks. And I have always wanted to include them more in my curriculum. But I have always felt like I don't have time. I feel like those are add-ons and not core things. And I feel like they're interesting, but just not, I've never made time. This year I'm making time, and I'll tell you why. I need another day. I need a day to sit at my desk and plan lessons and upload things. And I don't like saying that. I don't like to be the teacher who sits at her desk while the kids just sit at their desk and work on something. But one day a week, I have to do that, because otherwise I can't walk out of here on time and leave school behind. And I am not willing to take on the stress of doing school stuff at home right now, because there's enough stress in the world that I deal with that's not school related. So I'm really trying this year. I used to say, do what you can to get it done. And what I meant by that is to get your school stuff done. So do what you can to get it done meant working on Sundays and grading papers and revising lessons and whatever. Now do what you can and get it done means do what you can and get it done at school so that you can go home and walk away from school and leave it behind for the day or for the weekend. So one day a week or so, I play a podcast or a TED Talk for my kids. I've developed a generic podcast listening sheet for just generic podcasts. And I have one specific to the podcast, Imagined Life, which, if you're not familiar, it's really fantastic. And they profile different famous people, from actors to musicians to writers. Just about any genre that, or any content that you teach, you should be able to find somebody on Imagined Life that would work for your kids. And the other podcast I've been playing a lot for my kids is Very Presidential, which profiles presidents and kind of the scoop behind the public profile, which my kids are really enjoying that one. They like Imagined Life as well. So they actually look forward to the days when they know we're listening to a podcast. I give them those listening sheets to sort of help them stay on track. I also give them adult coloring pages. I make copies for them. They know ahead of time to bring colored pencils or whatever, because we can't share. They like to have something to draw or doodle on while they're listening, which makes sense, because when I listen to a podcast, I'm usually doing something else at the same time. So that works very well for the podcast. And then TED Talks, I just have a generic listening guide for that too. And they can listen to the TED Talk and complete that worksheet as they watch and as they listen. So it buys me a day where I can get my work done at school, whether it's grading or revising lessons or uploading. And they actually are enjoying it. And yes, I might not get as far curriculum-wise as I would have in the past without doing those activities. But hey, this year, you got to do what you got to do to get it done. And that's what I'm doing to get my schoolwork done at school and to save my sanity. And it's working pretty well. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that that you are finding ways to save your sanity. And Dave, I hope this is what you're looking for. I love your blog. It is so refreshing, especially lately when you've been so open about the struggles that you have had, because I think a lot of us have probably put you on a pedestal as this, really great teacher who has it all together. So it's been nice to see you not having it all together, even though I wish we all had it together as much as we could. Anyway, I hope that is helpful, and I hope you all are having a good day, whatever day you happen to watch this.